today. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's
the shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The drive begins with a run by Dixon.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 9 catches, 138 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
To Jefferson on the slant. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Eddie Pinheiro on now.
From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
They'll start on the ground with Kelly.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Again, it's Kelly. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Here's a Florida native from up near Pensacola. It's Michael Carter. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The Bengals at 6-2 to start play. They come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing pretty well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat.
And a big part of the problem, too many 3-and-outs on offense. That led them to only scoring 10 points in their last game. They're going to have to find a way to sustain some drives and finish them with points.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and
he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digit. With his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Well, starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is they had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out of it.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
On second down, it's Dixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll set up a throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now Carter to start the drive.
And it's a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off.
Touchdown! Jakobi Meyers. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Running back Michael Carter returning to the field with the rest of this offense.
I think he's still shaking his head a little. It was his fumble on the previous drive that led to the touchdown that has us tied.
And sometimes it's worse on a runner who drops it like that to watch the other team take the ball downfield and score than maybe if they just returned it right away. You know what I mean? Because sometimes what happens that fast, you're right back out on the field. Instead, he had to watch it happen. Let's see if it affects him going forward the rest of the game.
A good pickup there, a 22. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Fields. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Ball at the 8 here for second and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Throwing again is Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Bengals are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Fields now to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Jamison Williams, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was Jamison Williams wrapping things up with a touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yardage on 1st and 2nd down.
The offense set to get going. Justin Fields bringing him out at quarterback. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route too. You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
they exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Up the middle they go with Dixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
They stay on the ground with Dixon. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, this is Lewis. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run up the gut with Kelly, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
He's got Mason complete. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side complete to Carter. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And I like
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. On play action, Fields. That pass caught, it's Williams.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 25-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A give up the middle to Kelly. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. They'll run with Carter. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Another tote for Carter. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Michael Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Ingram. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They go play action here on 1st down. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 32 that time.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Back to throw again. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've got the lead here as they begin this drive, trying to get that bad taste out of their mouth from the loss last week to the LA Chargers. Fields on first down. This is caught by Williams. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Off play action, Fields. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
He finds his man, complete. That's Mason. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Play action. It's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a third time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. They're going to look to throw. And he finds his target, it's Schultz. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. He'll look to throw.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. 4 yards remain for second down.
They'll look to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, Parker, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Brought down by Jalen Thompson.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Fields throw taken in by Watkins here.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw brought in by Bellinger.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
He finds his man, complete. It's Mason. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run with Carter.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
One more time with Carter.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Michael Carter
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Michael Carter who finished it all off with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
Schultz hauls in the quick throw.
Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Complete. Jefferson to target. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man right side, Myers. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's second and goal.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 6. Touchdown, Jaguars! From 6 yards away.
And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. To throw is Fields.
Steps away to his left.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And the Jags grab it. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. He's going to keep this again. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Dixon trying up the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Dixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
They'll try again with Dixon. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Third and goal, here's the option left. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Bengals are going to get the football back. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They'll start on the ground. Carter. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. 44 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back. Tell him to take care of the ball and try to move forward.
And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Carter. Room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the run, it's Kelly. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They toss it out right to Kelly. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game. What year was that? 1978. I think it was in November.
3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now, let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for Cincinnati, the win will move.